So, welcome back to another edition of Dagger Roasts Your Roster. It was mentioned before that my audio was a bit low, so hopefully the audio is a bit better on this one. Today we're going to be doing Togmo. He's in Thunderwack's Discord server. He's a good guy. He was just kind of looking at stuff he could do to round out his teams. He said he was going to get Darth Revan. He's really close. He said he might have to buy a pack or two, but he'll get there. His gear's looking pretty good on them too, I think. He's like a third of the way to Juhani and halfway to Karth, so he'll get there. We'll start by going to his inventory and we'll just kind of look at his GA teams. He's undefeated still, so congratulations, buddy. That's tough. Even I'm not undefeated. So his bounty hunters are fine. I recommend gearing up Cad Bane and Dengar a bit so they can hold a little better on defense. He also said that he had several characters that weren't starred up, even though he had the shards. So I don't quite remember which ones they were. So some of these star levels are incorrect. I don't think he was doing too much with his bounty hunters though. Next we'll go to Ewoks because he said he was looking to get C-3PO. It looks like you'll get him 7-star next go around. I think you said you unlocked him. Oh, you did get him 7-star. Okay. Mods 91. That's not bad. Full potency. So he already has a ton of potency just tacked into his kit once you gear him up. Plus he gets extra potency from his unique. So that might be worth looking into, maybe changing that to a speed set just to try and milk some more speed out of him. So yeah, your Ewoks are good. Use them as you choose. You said you remodded Paplu. Yeah, good. 200. 200 is good. Maybe try and... Again, he just needs to be the fastest Ewok. The bonus speed's super critical. Zeta on Sherpa. Yeah, no real complaints here. First Order. Yeah, so your Stormtrooper needs a little bit of help. I also like Kylo Ren over First Order Pilot, but you really only need one DPS in the team, and, well, two, I guess, 1.5. Fox kind of acts as a DPS plus tank because he stacks his health. So, your team is fine with those first 5. You just need to put some more gear on First Order Stormtrooper. How fast is your officer? Potency. He doesn't really need potency. You just want to... 230 is good. You just want a speed set. Not sure how good your mods are, but you definitely want a speed set on him. You want to stack him. So the goal with him is to rotate marching orders and pinning shot, because you never use his basic. Because you use this at cooldown of 3. This reduces the cooldown of all the First Order allies, which then makes you be able to use this the next turn. So you just rotate marching orders and pinning shot to control turn meter and keep buffing your DPS. So he's not really doing a ton of attacking. I mean, potency's fine, but you really just want his speed up there because you want to get marching orders off as soon as possible. Critical damage isn't super necessary. Yeah, 2 Zetas on crew is good. Troopers. Yeah, they don't need to be a high priority. You did mention that you wanted to continue getting top 10 in the Heroic Sith, so possibly gearing up Death Trooper would be good for that. It'll help your check damage out a bit. We'll kind of get down to the Jedi here in a little bit, or the Rebels, and we'll kind of see where you're at there. Jedi, you obviously have Revan. Okay, so here's the problem with GK. His gear is miserable up until like gear 10. And then you just kind of accidentally gear 12 it. So if you can power through needing, 5,000 Carbantes and 3,000 stun guns, and a bunch of stun cuffs, getting him to gear 12 is really good. You have full gear 12 on your damage dealing arena characters. Hoda, you have a gear 12 plus piece on, which is good. How fast is your Revan? You can get first. Oh, 301's really good. All right. No complaints there. Jolie. I would put full health sets on him. The defense set isn't the worst idea ever, but he already compresses damage. You just want his health pool to be as high as possible. 53k is really good. Defense. What's his armor rate? Are you putting secondaries on his 50%? Okay, yeah. See, even without defense mods, his armor is very high. Yeah. Speed, health, tenacity, health. Yeah. Your Jolie's good. If his modding works for you, far be it for me to tell you to fix it. Good, 250. Well, I guess we'll look at the health pool too. Over 100k. Almost 110k. Good. No real potency. Maybe look into making this a protection cross or protection triangle just for extra survivability. Good. Offense, good. I would try a crit chance set. Good. 7k. Again, no real complaints with your modding. Just maybe if you can duplicate your stats with switching some of your primaries, right? So for example, on GMY, if you can get a crit chance set on him and get his special crit chance it would be up to about 40%. Then when he gets crit chance up, that gives him an extra 25% chance, which brings him close to 75%, close to 65% chance to crit. Yeah. Other than that, mods are good for your arena. How fast is your Hoda? We'll just kind of peek. 282. Good. Night Sisters. Good. So if you're using these in P4, you don't want as much protection on them because it's going to take longer to burn through it. You really don't want them with protection on because the train starts once you start like manipulating the health pools. But yeah, crit chance, crit damage, good. What's her crit chance at? Alright, that's not awful. Yeah, I'm assuming you just use these in P4. You want to try and put a crit chance set on her as well. Maybe a little bit more speed. You probably want her plus 30. Speed's not super necessary. She gains a ton of turn meter from her unique, which you do have Zated. Maybe try and get her damage over 4k. Again, these are just kind of nitpicky. Don't worry too much if you can't. You probably also want Zombie to gear 12. It makes it harder to kill. Good speed. DACA should be all health mods. Yeah. Try and see if you can get that health pull up over 50k. You could probably do it by, I don't know. I thought maybe some gear, but yeah, it looks like you already maxed out her gear. Well done. Old Republic. Yeah, you'll get there. Some gear here and there. You'll be fine. Candace is kind of a pain in the ass. Gear 12 your Chewbacca. You don't need the Zeta, but you should gear 12 your Chewbacca. And probably Zeta him. But again, that can be a post Darth Revan project. How are the mods? 98, that's not awful. Yeah, if you can't get him up over a plus 100 speed with a crit damage or an offense set. So for P3, I believe you want an offense set. And for Arena, I use a crit damage set, but that's because I have good speed on my crit damage set. No real issues here. He doesn't really need a ton of crit chance. Crit damage. Potency. Yeah. I think I have a 60 health mod here, but that's because I sliced it. Yeah, looks good. Offense and crit chance. Can't complain. Again, I have better speeds on my crit damage mods and better secondaries, so I use crit damage on Chewbacca. But if you want to use these in P3, you want to put offense mods on CLS as well. Raidhan. Are you using him in P? Yeah, so you have clocked at 174. I'm going to go look at your Death Trooper, because it looks like you have them clocked for P3. You do. Okay, yeah, you have them clocked for P3. That's perfectly fine. If you're not really using them anywhere, that's more than reasonable. Resistance. Yeah. I assume you're using C3PO instead of Scav Ray and P1. Yeah. No real complaints here. Offense? No. I would look to put an offense set on R2D2. Again, if you don't have the mods, that's fine. It's hard to say you're poorly modded. You're doing quite well. But yeah, you want I put an offense and a crit chance set on him. With JTR, you want him critting. You also want him to share his offense with the rest of the team. JTR. Yeah. She's another one of those where you could actually mod her for crit chance as well. Although I guess it's close enough. She's basically critting all the time. Yeah, good work on the resistance though. Rogue One. Blech. This should be a project at some point along with Troopers for TB. Separatists. Yeah, you didn't touch the droids. Good. Good. Sith. Good. 7-star Treya. You did. I think you mentioned that you had your Sith Trooper up a star, but haven't promoted him, which is fine. You might want to gear him for Darth Revan, because even if I don't really see many lineups, he's just a good tune to have. I wouldn't see a ton of lineups without him. I don't think, at least where it stands right now. We haven't seen a kit or anything, but definitely something you should work on. As much as I dislike Sith Trooper, I haven't geared him because I don't want to, spend a month farming Carbantes and stun guns. Other than that, good. You have all the requisite Zetas. Maybe Zeta Bastilishan Fallen. But that's kind of a luxury Zeta at this point. It depends on whether or not they tack the potency onto her Zeta going forward. Smuggler, yeah, alright, Nest is done. You did just show me that you were remodding Nest. So that's not awful either. So good, you can pass Smuggler's Run. Good. Yeah, I would still gear 12 your Chewbacca. Put his Zeta on Loyal Friend. Adds to the sustainability of the team. Yeah, Nest isn't the worst. Good, high tenacity, low speed. At least you picked a direction and stuck with it. Yeah, low speed, high tenacity is pretty good. It allows her to solo some teams. Yeah, farming on Vandor, good, good. Well, I didn't really see a ton of holes, like gaping holes. Like I said, I kind of suggested some. Like your troopers in Rogue One. But a lot of these projects, like you're not even going to get to them until after you get Darth Revan. So I would definitely look to get Darth Revan first and gear up his team. Because you have the Triumvirate, you have CLS, you have JTR, the teams, Revan, Night Sisters. So you have all the requisite teams you need. It's just kind of topping them off a bit. GK, Sith Trooper, those you should probably gear up. But overall, it's a decent roster. You said you were going to get the Millennium Falcon. Hey, look, you can see what my main is farming. You don't have the Ebon Hawk unlocked. You might have it, but I don't think you unlocked it. So, yeah, so you have the Falcon at 5 stars. Yeah, it looks like you're going to get him at 7, depending on how fast it comes back around. Yeah, no real complaints here. Good work. Yeah, you can But first in both fleet, you mentioned you were free to play. I really got nothing. I mean, 2.5 million. Good. All right, buddy. I hope this helped. Good luck going forward.